What's up, heathens? How y'all doing? I'm the Godless engineer, and I critically analyze apologist claims to give you the best arguments and information so that you can stand up and use your voice. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a clip from the Skeptic Mafia Podcast. It's only a short segment from the podcast because the full podcast is only available to Skeptic Mafia members at the mafioso level and above. So if you enjoy the topics discussed and the banter between KC and I highly suggest becoming a member of the Skeptic Mafia. There's a join link that should be right below this video if you would like to join. Today's segment from the Skeptic Mafia Podcast concerns Julie Green, a so-called MAGA prophet. This segment is going to be part one of all three parts of this story, and we're starting out with Julie Green's initial predictions for Trump's trial. Obviously, this prophet was not able to foresee 34 felony convictions. But if you want to fuck around and find out what God has to say about Trump's trial before he was found guilty, then please stay tuned. So next, we're going to go to the influencers that are out there. So there's, yeah. So the influencers are those that are not elected officials, and they're not all that really, I guess, powerful in the movement, I guess, in the sense of like they have a lot of organizational control.
No, but they have a lot of reach and they can influence. Like, right. They can make people think shit.
I was just trying to distinguish them from organizational power. You know, sure. Where they're not elected officials, but they still hold like sway over the party platform and everything like that.
And sway over voters.
Right.
Yeah, but this week we're not doing influencers, we're doing influencer. Right. Because MAGA prophet Julie Green has so much to say. Oh, a lot to say. And this is going to be a story. Yeah. Okay, told in 3 clips that we're going to address, and this is a trilogy,
right? It's a chronology. Yeah. We're starting with the earliest, then the middle, and then the last.
Yeah.
So we're going to start off with this clip from MAGA prophet Julie Green. You ready? And she's going to tell us about Trump either winning the case, which is a not guilty verdict, or a guilty verdict. Apparently, God told her how it's going to play out.
Breaking news will be heard that will rattle the enemy's camp. Innocent. This ruling will be heard. The case has fallen apart. Their last-ditch effort did not work for President Trump. They cannot put him in jail now as the last indictment falls apart. Watch how things dramatically take place to stop your election and my David from taking back the seat of the president. But your enemies cannot stop the freight train coming against them, because it's me, saith the Lord of hosts.
I like how disjointed her thing is there at the end, because it's just like, you know.
Also, did she sound slurry to you? Like maybe she couldn't feel her lips totally?
Yeah, a little bit. She definitely sounded like she was being extra deliberate, I guess, in how she was speaking. So I think it came off that way.
Anyway, Julie had a lot to say. According to her, the case fell apart. Now, obviously, this was before the verdict, right? Mm-hmm. So the case fell apart. They can't put him in jail because the last indictment fell through. None of that shit happened. And I mean, he's not in jail, but he might be. I doubt it with this case.
Yeah, I really doubt that he's going to end up in jail. Like,
you want him to.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's probably where he might deserve to go. Like, more than likely, yes. But again, well, I say again because we've already discussed this once, but I feel like this particular court case is not the most important one. Like, the most important ones are going to be the election fraud case and the documents case,
yes.
Georgia and Florida respectively. And so, like, I don't know why this one is just really hitting home on the maggots over here. And her proclaiming that he is going to win a victory in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like those kind of people that thought, or at least expected Trump to get a not guilty verdict or a victory in this case, I feel like they just had this concept that there was no evidence presented in court.
Well, because Trump says there's no evidence, and right. Trump says that there haven't even been clear charges pressed against him. He doesn't even know what he's being charged with, which is complete bullshit. There was a whole ass fucking indictment. It was like 16, 19, 18, 19 pages long. I don't remember, somewhere in the teens pages long. And it laid out every single one by one. So he knows. Also, when a court case starts, like when a criminal case starts, they read the indictment and ensure that the defendant knows what they're being charged with. That's part of due process. Mm-hmm. They do that in every case. I'm certain they did that in this case. So he knows what he's being charged with. He knows. And he's lying. And when he says there's no evidence, more than 200 pieces of evidence aside that corroborate the witness testimony mm-hmm. were presented. So right. There's evidence corroborating, and he knows what he's being charged with. Those are actual real crimes. New York Penal Code, what was it, 175.10?
So you would know it a lot better than I would.
So, I mean, he's being charged with a real crime, something that's actually really against the law. And he's finding out now. But Julie told everybody that God told her he was going to win.
Personal message. He probably sent it in a text message or a dream. It was probably a dream. She probably had a dream of Trump being given a not guilty verdict, and then she assumed that was from God.
I think it might have something to do with the whatever medication she's on that's also making her slurry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her eyes are a little bit droopy too. I don't know if she's just tired or what, or it could be some kind of medication. I don't know, but she's having to be extra deliberate in what she says.
Yeah.
Hey, heathens! Thank you for watching this clip from the Skeptic Mafia podcast. Again, if you would like the full podcast, go down below and join the Skeptic Mafia, at least at the mafioso level, in order to get the podcast. But as far as this video goes, let us know what you think down below in the comment section. And while you're down there, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Don't forget to stand up and use your voice. Bye, heathens.